South Africa. Zohambi ntombi bafowethu zosala ibomo. Rest easy, Tshidi Madia.
With great sadness and regret that we announce the passing of Tshidi Madia, EWN's Associate Editor, Politics. Tshidi passed away in hospital this morning after short illness. Tshidi was the jewel in EWN's crown. She was a powerhouse. She was brave. She was the consummate professional who worked tirelessly in pursuit of the truth. She led by example, mentoring and training many young political journalists. She formed a formidable politics team, which she was so proud of, and delivered one exclusive after the next with absolute humility and professionalism. She constantly raised the bar for herself, juggling reporting and her editor responsibilities daily. Laughter and robust debate would always surround Tshidi. Outside of her public persona, Tshidi was fiercely loyal to her family and friends. Her no-holds-barred approach seeped into every aspect of her life. She worked hard and loved even harder. The sun shines differently without you today, Matsuriso. Our thoughts, prayers, and support are with Tsidi's father, her siblings, her nephews and nieces, aunts and uncles, cousins, and broader family.
Nisa, thank you for that, and obviously immensely difficult for all of us, but particularly difficult for you and the EWN team. I'll have my own thoughts about Tshidi, because from time to time she would be on this show as she was on others, but she was right in the engine room, part of the heartbeat of EWN. So thank you for sharing that with us, painful as it was.
The prime and classical moment for me was when she destroyed that arrogant American journalist. Who will forget that classical moment? Remember this?
With us now, Tshidi Madia. She's the politics editor for Eyewitness News, based in Johannesburg, and was in the Oval Office as it happened. Welcome to the program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Were you surprised when you saw that?
No, not necessarily. I was amused by the latest gimmick, for sure, but surprised not so much. I think the South African delegation, South African journalists have been talking about it. We knew the president would walk into some sort of trap. It's not surprising. The invite was there. The desire for the conversation to open up the channels between the USA and South Africa are there. South Africa's been trying, by all means, to try and open up the doors again. And so, no one was surprised.
Okay.
Did we expect the lights to be turned off and a visual illustration? No, not that far.
That is the new the new reality with Donald Trump. The issue here, I think, is an important one about what is actually happening in South Africa. Is it true that white farmers are being killed in South Africa?
It's an interesting way that you've asked that question. I don't think the issue is what's happening in South Africa. I think the issue is what's being peddled about what's happening in South Africa. If you watch today's engagement, let me get to the point first. If you watch that entire engagement, the recognition, the painful recognition, the startling truth of crime in South Africa, violent crime, was actually uttered by everybody there from South Africa. Is it targeted towards a specific group? Is it an ethnic cleansing? That's the question, right? Based on what's been said about South Africa the world over, at least people aligned to Donald Trump and Elon Musk. That's not a fact.
Okay, so we don't deny that there's a lot of violent crime in South Africa, right?
Across the board.
Seven times the murder rate.
Across the board.
Okay, so the issue is whether or not, I guess, whites are being targeted disproportionately. Is that what you're taking issue with?
No, that would be the claim. The issue is that the claim is falsehood. White people are not being targeted, Leland. Nobody. Crime is experienced by everybody, not just white people.
Was chanting, kill, kill, you have to kill to be part of a revolution, on and on. He was talking about killing blacks or killing whites?
Do you need the context of what that song is? Because you can't take out the context of what that is. That is actually important. It cannot be that he's giving an instruction when that's not the fact. I think we do need to take into consideration the context. What he's chanting is an anti-apartheid song that was sang by leaders in the lead up to apartheid. The back and forth today about that song is whether or not it's relevant in modern day South Africa. Should we still be singing that song if there's a grouping in the country
how can you be
that feels otherwise?
How can somebody be defending and singing a song that's talking about killing other people?
I'm not defending singing the song. I'm saying to you that's the conversation that's
So don't you think white farmers would be scared when they heard that song?
And that's the question that's being put to Julius Malema. I said to you that conversation is happening. It's put to Julius Malema that when you do this, this is what we worry about. But when you look at how long he's been singing the song and whether it correlates with the numbers of farmers under attack, particularly white people, it's not there. People who are being attacked on the farms are farm dwellers and farm workers. That's also a reality that's got to be.
White farmers are not being targeted or white farmers are not being killed. Why are so many who have big land holdings willing to give up their entire lives to come to America?
Where are they? Show them to me.
We had them land.
Those 49 people are not farmers. There are plenty of reports from South Africa that many of those are not farmers. Those are chances. Please, again, show me the evidence. Those are people taking an opportunity. America's giving them an opportunity.
You're saying
they're not farmers.
I'm just trying to figure this out. You're saying that your president has not in any way targeted whites, even though Elon Musk, who was there, can't get a license for his business.
He was where?
In the Oval Office.
He was in the Oval Office. He's never been to South Africa. When was the last time Elon Musk was in South Africa?
But he can't get.
When was the last time he was in South Africa? His father, Elon Musk's father.
I'm not talking about when he was there.
No, hold on. I want to also make you understand one thing.
The accusation is that many whites cannot get licenses to do business, among them Elon Musk. That's not
so we're being forced to undermine our transformative laws. We must be okay with a South Africa where the majority that is denied of their own land, where the majority is deprived of access to economic transformations and means of production. We must be okay and not move the needle in any way to try and fix that. We must be okay with South Africa being labeled the most unequal country in the world and not trying to do anything to rectify that. Because that's what that argument says.
No, but the fact of the
matter, there are laws.
The fact of the matter is
they must be bent for an individual.
No,
that is what the question is.
But if you make laws that target a certain race, don't.
But there are none of those. Where are those, Leland? You're calling me as a journalist from South Africa, and you're putting those to me. I'm asking you for the proof. Donald Trump today, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to lecture a little bit. Donald Trump today called us in there, saying he's got proof of a genocide. South Africa's gone to the ICJ saying that they believe
the
Israel is committing a genocide
a whole other thing. They're the same ones who support Hamas.
But they put evidence on the table.
So does South Africa.
They put evidence on the table.
South Africa supports Hamas.
It's not proof of genocide.
Yes, it is.
A private monument with fake crosses and not actual gravesites is not proof of a genocide. I don't believe that I'm being called in here to defend the indefensible. Those things aren't facts.
Okay.
Donald Trump did not put facts on the table.
You say that. We obviously have the president. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
I know you want me to tell you about the US. I know you want me to tell you about that bizarre interview that I had with Newsnight. I was irritated. I was bored because some things about the South African experience should not be explained. Some things are actually so easy to see. If you're looking for them, you'll see them. If you open your eyes to see, you'll see them. And I got the feeling that there are some pockets of the US that are not willing to see, no matter what you do, to shine a light on South Africa's truth. So that interview that went viral, yes, I just went viral. That interview that went viral really is about that, from my understanding. And I keep saying to people, I don't think I said anything out of the ordinary. Like, it wasn't like, oh, no, I would normally. Those are very normal sentiments for me. But I think in this context, why I think it matters, I'm trying to still process it, is because I said what people wanted to say. Does that make sense? Like, people were irritated watching the ongoings in the White House, in the Oval Office. That's diplomacy at play. That's trying to protect an economy at play. I don't have that baggage. So I can just tell you what I understand about South Africa, and that's what I sought to do. So for all the love, all the praises, all the being labeled a patriot is nice. I like that. I take that ownership. I take ownership of that. So thank you so much. I'll continue doing me. There was nothing different.
South Africa lost a brilliant journalist indeed. A powerhouse, a hard worker of note. And to the Madia family, our sincere condolences.
Mzotolo, you've known Tshidi a long time. You would have had an overview, as in the various roles you've played, of her contribution, but let's give it to you for your thoughts.
Thanks, John. This is indeed a sad day at Primedia Broadcasting. It's a sad day us as the Primedia family, it's a sad day for EWN, and my condolences go out to Tshidi's family, to her colleagues in the newsroom. Nisa, I know this is very, very close to you and the rest of your team. John, we saddened. We are bleeding. Today is a difficult day for all of us at Primedia.
Nisa, you wanted to come in.
And that love was relentless. That commitment was relentless. Many years ago, I heard Tshidi's voice in a press conference. And I heard the question, and immediately I said to my colleagues, I was like, who is this person? I am so privileged to have been flanked by her. She and I would spend many a night discussing a range of things. And words fail one other than to say she embodied magic.
Yeah.
Nothing was ever too much. She would raise those benchmarks. She would trust us, her colleagues, to have her back. I would watch State of the Nation broadcasts, and at the point that Tshidi came on air, I would see those numbers rise.
Yeah.
Mahlatsi, I can tell you the reaction has really been wide. I was listening to the radio, in fact, the radio station that Tshidi Madia works for, and it has just been heartwarming to hear the positive stories that people were telling about Tshidi, but also importantly sharing just how devastated they are about her passing at such a young age. I know that doctor-patient is very important, but how long had Tshidi been hospitalized for? And do we know at this stage what it is that could have taken her life so early?
Tshidi was hospitalized about 2 weeks ago. The family, as far as we will be able to tell the public, is that she was receiving the best of care. We had amazing doctors that were taking care of Tshidi. She had a lot of family support and a lot of love around her. Many of us went to visit Tshidi while she was in hospital and really truly believed that Tshidi will, the fighter that she is, she will make it across. It was a short illness, hence the shock from the family. But all of us are now managing and charting a way forward to see how best we celebrate this life. It is a short one, but it has been an impactful one across South Africa and indeed the world, given the work that she did when she was in the US, when the South African delegation was meeting with the American presidency.
And we have been playing that particular conversation, Mahlatsi, in the last hour. And I can tell you that it was a very proud moment seeing one of our own really standing up, and not just for the truth, but in a way standing up for the country. And that's what people credited her for during that interview. Let's go back a little bit, because you were the person that I understand promoted Tshidi to where she was up until her untimely passing. Talk to us about her journey and why you felt that she was ready to occupy the senior position that she occupied at EWN.
Tshidi started as an assistant traffic reporter at EWN, but it was immediately obvious for those that worked with her that she had great potential. She went on to become part of the first team that was Power FM, the new radio station at a very critical time in our democracy. I found her at News 24, but I had met her as a journalist. And when I left News 24 for EWN, I brought her on board.
And our sincere condolences to the Madia family.